We should be live. How we doing? I think we are live now anyway. Where is TikTok? Here we go. Hello everyone. Hello. Quickly sort this on the other screen so I can see what you're seeing, because I'm a bit blind right now. Put that there. How we doing, everyone? How we doing? Chat in the corner. Yo, Orange Apple. Oh, you changed your you changed your name, bro. So it's actually I actually got Orange Apple now. Oh, I've got too many things open. Halloween's over, lads. You can take it off now. Wee. Do you know what? For yesterday's stream, Orange, I was actually going to dress up as Spider-Man for the stream. But I was like, that is so cringe. I cannot do that. So I just didn't bother. But how we doing, bro? How we doing? Well, I need to put the deadline timer on. Quite excited for this deadline. Why Salah? Says Niall on TikTok. Because I think he's good from Game Week 12 onwards and possibly the best captain from Game Week 12. I understand the dislike for Mohamed Salah, though, if you're really not keen. Is Kevin Schade a good shout? I would say he's a shout. But yeah, I'm just gonna say with Kevin Schade, I would probably go with someone cheaper. Or someone around that price point with better value. Salah's been stinking out the gaff, no chance. No chance. Nah, he has been really bad, but I think he'll come good is my theory. Yeah, I'm all good, lads. Just did a very pathetic workout. How are you? Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I think I'm going to start getting back in the gym a little bit more lately. No half 12s. I know, Will. It's an absolute nightmare, man. Like, what am I going to do? I'm just going to, you know what I mean? Thoughts on Mateta captain? It's an option. I don't mind it per se, but I think Haaland and Salah, Bruno, Saka, Gyökeres, they're the best captains. Why no Munoz? I don't want him right now, and I can't afford him right now with my transfer plans. Do you not have a bit of FOMO with no Palace players? Not particularly. I'd like to own Ismail Assar and Mateta, Munoz, them type of players, but I think my team looks pretty good, so I'm not too fussed, to be fair, bro. Should I start Mukiele and Endai? Yeah. I'd start both. Even with the fixture clash. I think he might be a Leeds fan. You're wrong. I'm a Sunderland fan. Welbeck triple captain. Nah. I don't think so. I mean, not a bad fixture to be fair, but Leeds I think are slightly underestimated in my opinion. Hence, triple up on Leeds. I think it's nice time to move Salah and Reinders on for you. Could get a nice midfield. No. Reinders potentially, yes. But, no. Salah's not moving, bro. I'll be dead straight with you. Salah's not moving. He's probably not moving till the second half of the season. Adam says, João Pedro or Xhaka. I'd probably just about give it to Granit Xhaka. But, I don't know. It's just because João Pedro's been stinking out the gaff, man. It's like, what do we expect going forward? I mean, it's different because Chelsea are actually doing okay. But João Pedro just isn't. Connor's here. How are we doing, Connor? Should I start Rodon, Romero, or Senesi? I don't know if Romero is fit and available. I'll have to check my notes here, bro. Sorry. Give me 2 seconds. I do have these wrote down. Oh no, apparently we'll try to take the best possible decision with Romero. He's ready to be involved. Yeah, I'd go probably Romero, and then Rodon, then Senesi would be my order. I'm thinking of going for the transfer suggestion from last night. I do have one more free transfer. Should I roll or try to get rid of Van Dijk? Liverpool aren't great, but they've got great games going forward. I mean, my theory with Liverpool is we've got 12 onwards, which is an incredible run. I would hold on Van Dijk in Liverpool assets. That's the worst team. Get Salah out. No. Absolutely not. I mean, people last week, they told me not to captain Mohamed Salah, and he did better than Haaland, so make that make sense, please. I'm trying everything I can for you to get him out. Yeah, we're not doing it orange, I'll be real. Triple Wolves is crazy. Bruh, what? I ain't got triple Wolves. Welbeck for Bowen and Mbeumo for Kudus. Yeah, I don't mind them moves. They seem really positive, bro. Next week, I'm going to remove Saka to Rice so I can get Sarr and Mbeumo in. Nice, Ollie. I'm thinking about Captain Gabriel. Do you know what it is with Gabriel? Like, he is a nice option this week, but for captaincy, I don't know if I would bother. You need a Crystal Palace player also. I mean, yeah, sure. I think I'm missing a Palace player, but I do like my team as it is. If I could, I would have Ismail Assar instead of Reinders, but I don't quite have the money to do so. You need Rodon on also. Nah. We're going to go Anderson over Rodon this week. Something about Haaland this week seems a bit dodgy, I don't know. I don't really like any captaincy options this week. Saka has been pants. I mean, if you're not keen on Erling Haaland, Saka is a really good option as well. I would have him possibly as the third best captain this week. Now you have 0 points or you have to update. The games haven't kicked off, bro. This is the deadline stream. So in 1 hour and 53 minutes, you will start the game week. Are you sticking with your current captaincy situation, Haaland and Salah Vice? I think so, bro. But I am considering going back to Mohamed Salah as we had it on the team selection video and all the videos this week, actually. What does ITB mean? It means in the bank. So within the bank on FPL, I have 0.6 million. Is Saliba fit to play? I don't believe so, Jake, but I'll double check my notes for you. Where is that? I don't think he is. No, I have to think about the same one. Saliba, we will have to wait and see. It basically went off in that Burnley game. Not the Burnley game, Game Week 9 game. So yeah, Saliba isn't necessarily a guarantee to start. He's very much a doubt. Start Virgil van Dijk, sorry. Rodon or Senesi. I'll start Van Dijk. The order of that would be Van Dijk, Rodon, Senesi. Do not captain Salah, please, bro. Bro, I don't know. We're on Haaland right now anyway. Should I sell Donnarumma to Raya? You could do. I would maybe hold on to Donnarumma for a longer-term view of fixtures rather than just chasing this Burnley fixture, in my opinion. Should I start Thiago up top versus Crystal Palace or Sharda in midfield? I would probably go Thiago because he's on penalties, bro. Why Salah, Reinders, Anderson, and DCL? Why Salah first? I think his fixtures coming up are really good. And also, I do think Liverpool will start to turn things around within the next few weeks. Get Isidore, thank me later. I know, I wish I had Isidore instead of Calvert-Lewin. In terms of why Reinders, I've just had him for a few weeks. He's not been too impressive, so he will be moved on probably shortly. Or I could hold him for the longer-term fixtures if he starts to improve. Anderson, he's a very good defender with good underlying defensive contribution numbers. And DCL, he's got good expected data, but he's just not putting the ball in the back of the net. So that's the reason Football Fantasy won. Calvert-Lewin is useless. Why not get rid? I don't think there's necessarily a move from Calvert-Lewin that I can make with 0.6 in the bank that would benefit my team massively. I do think his underlying data is really good, but of course he just can't hit the back of the net, so that's a big issue. We'll probably address that within the next few weeks when his fixtures start to get worse. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Njai, a possible free hit punt? Yes, I would say so. Sunderland are really good defensively. I am a Sunderland fan. I'll try not to be biased as possible, but I do think we'll do well in the fixture. I think it's a hard game for us, but it is at home at Stadium of Light. I don't like... pardon me. Coffee went down the wrong way. No, I don't mind Njai, bro. Will you start Reinders over Minty? Absolutely not. Bro's like an arsonist with a match to gas canister on this Salah captaincy shout. It worked last week, bro. Salah is not going to score. That's what I got told last week, dude. This team this week for Connor on YouTube. Raya, Timber, Gabriel, James, Sarr, Buemo, and Jai, Semenyo, Mateta, Haaland, Voldemar the captain with Darlow, Kudus, Gudmundsson, Truffet. Nice. Nice. Cucurella or João Pedro? Probably Cucurella. Why didn't you put Mbuemo on? I've already got Bruno Fernandes. What do you think with Calvert-Lewin up top? He's had good expected data for the past few weeks. We took a punt in game week 8 on Calvert-Lewin as the cheap forward to facilitate the both Haaland and Salah move. Of course, he hasn't been... he's been performing well, I would say, as a player, but as an FPL asset, he hasn't been scoring, which is terrible, of course. That was the thinking on the game week 8 wildcard. Should I sell Kudus and Donnarumma for Ryan Webber for -4? No, I'd probably sell Kudus to someone else. Yeah, Nico, I wouldn't sell Kudus and Donnarumma to Raya and Mbuemo. If you're desperate to get Mbuemo and you really want him, do that, because that's probably the only way you can do it. But I like Donnarumma a bit longer term than David Raya in particular. Pope or Raya in goal? I would go with David Raya. Yeah. No, Connor, don't call Nico a melt. He's just trying to get some help. But yeah, Nico, you don't have to put your message more than once. I will see it, especially here on YouTube. But yeah, I wouldn't sell you Donnarumma, and I'll probably look at someone else for Kudus. Worth selling Senesi to Timber for -4? No. I think Senesi longer term is a lot better than Timber, in all honesty. No, Connor, that is Nico. It's just as his name isn't his username isn't his actual name. It is Nico though. That's his name. Leeds fan then? No, Kyle. Sunderland fan. Captain Voldemar. You could do, yeah. I'm blocked on YouTube. I know, Nico, it's because you were spamming in the chat, dude. Just try put your message in once. We will get to it on YouTube. Okay. Reinders or Caicedo? I'd probably go Caicedo this week, dude. If you're on TikTok as well, make sure you're tapping up the screen. Let's try get 1k likes. Up the Mackhams. Yes, lad. Yes, lad. I mean, Sunderland are playing on Monday, so I've just got a random football shirt on today. Can you possibly help my captaincy pick out? Got a lot of options. Haaland, Mateta, Sarr, Enzo, and Jai, but I would also like the look of Voldemar against West Ham away. For me, it would be Haaland captain this week. It seems really simple and easy, but I do feel like Haaland's probably the best captain this week. Why no Mateta? Can't afford him. He's not part of my transfer plans just yet. You think Anderson will start? Yes. If not, I've got Rodon on the bench. Reinders, Kudus, and Gyökeres for Eze and Buemo, Beto, and Gu for -8. Ooh. No, I wouldn't do that. No. Hi, dude. How you doing? Triple Leeds new meta? No. It's not. I'm now back. Good lad. Just don't spam the chat and you'll be on. You'll be back, dude. Don't worry about it. So Kudus. What about Kudus? Total points. I don't know. 521. 521. I'm on check Insta. I'm not checking Insta right now, dude. But if you got a question, put it in the chat. Congrats on 10 subscribers special. Missing 2 zeros, but hell yeah, George. Hell yeah. Neto or Reinders? Pedro Neto or Reinders? Ooh. I go Pedro Neto. Should I sell Kudus or Reinders? Probably. Reinders hasn't been great in the past few weeks. Kudus has got really bad fixtures coming up, but Reinders does have good fixtures. I'll probably lean towards Kudus, probably, in all honesty. Reinders for Mbeumo. If you can afford Reinders for Mbeumo, that's a really good move. It's when hits start coming into play and who else you say. Selling is what I would focus on there. Kudus or Lewin, I don't know which I should take. Take out. Most likely Kudus and then play Calvert-Lewin for the next 2 weeks. But obviously, if you don't like Calvert-Lewin, just sell him. There's no reason for you to not enjoy your team. You know what I mean? Leeds ain't that good, boy. I mean, I think they're underrated, to be honest. Everyone had Sunderland, Leeds, and Burnley going down. Yeah, not really a great prediction in my eyes. Why you still have Salah? I think he's the best captain in Game Week 12, and from Game Week 12 onwards, he's got really incredible fixtures. I think Liverpool will come good by then, if not this week. So, Mogs, you're going to give us a day in the life vid then? Yeah. We'll get that planned out, Connor, if you guys want it. Hi, mate. How you going, GS Collects? Let's go, bro. Nice to see you in chat, man. Gehi or Ruben? Ooh. I'd go Gehi. What differential captains are there? I mean, Minte is probably my favourite differential captain. And Mbeumo could be there. Salah as well, differential captain. I know not a lot of people don't like Salah, but if you've got him, I don't think he's a bad shout. But for me, Haaland is the best captain this week. Would you take João Pedro out for Welbeck? Yeah. Timber captain? No. Sorry, I'm a bit behind. Wildcard next week, says Nico in YouTube. Nice, dude. You are my go-to FPL tips and info. Always look forward to your vids. Congrats on the 1K subs. Well deserved. Thank you so much, Joshua Biggs. You're a legend, bro. You're a legend. Let's go. Yeah, we'll get that sorted, Connor. I'll make that video. Captain Saka, Gabriel Vodemade, Saka. Van der Ven, Matty Cash. Probably Van der Ven this week. I think it'll be very set-piece heavy, this Spurs and Chelsea fixture. Why do you like Enzo? I don't know. I'm not convinced. I do like Enzo as a pick. Obviously, last week against Sunderland didn't look great. But yeah, I still like him. I think next week he's possibly the best captain as well. Yo, Mugs, how you doing? I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. It's been a good day so far. Why not Valdemar captain? West Ham can't defend at all. Yeah, if you've got him, you absolutely can captain him, yeah. Not going to lie, as a Liverpool fan, Salah in the FPL is crazy. I don't think so. Outscored Haaland last week when people said he wouldn't. So I'll take that. This week, though, I'm back on Haaland captaincy. 1K skin routine video. Maybe, George. George is always going on about that, man. Got to start Rodon, man. Anderson isn't fit to play. He is. I'm not sure if you've seen the press conference yesterday, but he is in contention to start for Fulham. So I will be starting him this week. If he doesn't play at all, then of course Rodon will come off the bench. But understand your thinking there, bro. Matty Cashot Anderson says Edwards. I would go Anderson. If you're on about the Fulham Anderson, that is. If it's the Nottingham Forest Anderson, it would probably be... Well, probably still Anderson, actually. Fair enough, mate. Nice team. Cheers, man. Cheers. I quite like the look of it. Should I play Cucurella or Reinders? Probably Reinders. How do you have Salah and Haaland? Just look at the team, dude. There's some cheap assets in there, so we can afford it. Best Reinders replacement for 3.7. Let me have a look, bro. Let me have a look, dude. 3.7. 3.7. 7.3. There's no one who costs that much. Let's see. 3 point. Midfielders. I like Enzo, Ismail Assar, Minte, Amad Diallo. I don't mind either. It's a little bit of a punt for you guys. Soboslai seems like an okay pick as well if you want to get a Liverpool player. But those would be my picks. But Ismail Assar is probably my favourite out of those. Yeah, I said 3.7. If there was a 3.7 asset, I'd probably own them because it would give us a lot of spare money. Belabor in. Nah, I think I like Minte for a bit more. Kevin hat-trick this week. Connor, man. Do you reckon? Captain Gabriel Valdemar or Haaland, says Edwards. Haaland, mate. Haaland. Mogs, thoughts on Kevin? Might bring him in. I don't know about that, Connor. Do you reckon he's worth it? Is he not 3.7 though? I think it's a risk to a captain in Buemo. Yeah, it is a risk. Of course. Is Saka a good third Arsenal over Raya? Yes. Should I do Kudus and Pedro to Buemo and Thiago? Yeah, I don't mind that. I caught Mogs trick-or-treating last night. At least I think that's what he was doing. I'm not reading the rest of that, but George, you're crazy, bro. Is Voldemar good against West Ham? I would say so, yes. Football on top. 1, 2, 3, 0. Rate his team. We'll have a look here quickly. I do really like that side, mate. I do. I'd play Mukele though if you've got him on the bench in that one. How many points do you want total? 5, 2, 1. Moog, stop leaving sweets by your door. Halloween is over. Oh, for God's sake. Should I sell Kudus and Reinders? If I sell Reinders, I have 3 at 7.3 and Kudus 8.4. Right, so, Nico, what I would do is I would probably sell Kudus, and then I would go for someone like Minte, and Mbuemo if you don't have him seems decent. I also quite like Semenyo if you don't have him coming up for good fixtures coming up soon. Enzo doesn't seem bad. Ismail Assar as well. Greenish or Thiago. This week, Greenish. I am a Sunderland fan, but I think we'll struggle with the likes of Njai and Greenish on the wings. But it'll be interesting because I think Sunderland could play a back five like we did against Chelsea. It seemed to work really well against the wingers, and of course we had that problem starting as a back four against United. We really struggled within that fixture, at the start of the fixture especially. 1K subs face reveal. We might do. Best Reinders replacement 7.3. We spoke about it. Nico should know by now. I like Sarr. I like Enzo. I like Semenyo as well. 10 subs party. Yeah, 10 subs party. Yeah, 10 subs party, everyone. We hit 10 subs on YouTube. Definitely don't need 2 more zeros. You got a result against Chelsea. Back your team. Yeah, I am backing Sunderland. I think we'll win 1-0. But in terms of sort of FPL, that doesn't relate to my prediction and thoughts as a Sunderland fan. I think we'll struggle against Grealish and Jai on the wings. Everton win 2-1 Monday Night Football. I think it'll be a really good game, I do. When is Cole Palmer coming back? We really don't know, Chicken Pizza. We don't know. Goated name, by the way. George is on a mad run today. Welbeck or Thiago? I like Welbeck. I do really like Welbeck. I owned him at the end of last season, and he was fantastic for me. Didn't know Harry Potter played FPL. He does, mate. And you're watching him right now. Anderson for captain, Mogs. No, Josh, not this again. I mean, at least you brought me good luck with Rodon last week, dude. Pardon me. Oh, don't you do this, Connor. Look how many views Mogs has on his first vid. If this is 6-7, we're going crazy. That's peak brain rot. Is it 6-7? Please don't say it is. 6-7. Oh my God, George! For God's sake. Saro Gakpo says lips. Gakpo, I would probably lean towards because I do think Liverpool will be quite good this week. But Sar's probably the safer pick. How long have you had Calvert-Lewin in your FPL team for? 2 weeks, and he's done absolutely niche. Yeah, he's not been great for me at all. I still have hope this week, but it's a much harder fixture, so we don't expect too much. We'll see how he ticks along. Should I sell Xhaka for Tavernier? I probably wouldn't do so. No. Hate 3 p.m. kickoffs for the passion. Well, at least it lets me have a bit of a lie in on a Saturday. I'm normally up quite early for deadline streams. But yeah, I do like games throughout the entire day normally. Salah and DCL, what about it, Michael? What about it? Belieber is on my bench. Does he need to play? No. Mukele, it depends what your team is actually, but yeah. Mukele or Anderson? Ooh. Probably Anderson. George, I'm not reading that out. How does a free hit work? A free hit works by basically letting you have any team you want this week within the rules of FPL, of course, for whatever team value you have. And then next week, you get your actual team back in FPL. I'm possibly going to be free hitting next week. How do I share my squad for some advice? You can put any questions in the comments, Harry Cooper, but I've got my team on screen today for the deadline stream. But yes, any questions at all, just put them in the chat, dude. Would you captain Saka over Haaland? Probably not, no. Anyway, I can send my team so you can have a look. Well, the team rating stream was yesterday, my guy. But if you've got any questions, please just put them in the chat. If you're on TikTok, keep tapping that screen. Ryan is a good player, or should I sell? I would sell if you can. I don't think he's too great. Mogs, can I give... sorry. Can I take over giving advice since you're not very good at doing it? Do you not think I'm very good? I think I'm pretty sound. 3 Leeds players is mad. I don't know. Rodon did pretty well for me last week. Calvert-Lewin, on the other hand, has been terrible. But yeah, Rodon was class last week for me. Bench Semenyo or Gakpo? Probably Semenyo. But I know a lot of people won't like that. I think Semenyo will do all right against City. Only joke, Mogs, my guy. That's good, Josh. Good, Josh. You give some good advice yourself, bro. I don't know. I'm legit dying. Oh no, Nico's dying. Nico, I mean, your initial question about selling Donnarumma to get Raya. If you really want to have a Raya going forward, it isn't a bad idea. So you could do the initial moves you thought of. But I'm just saying I think I like Donnarumma a bit longer term. Just because I like him a bit longer term doesn't mean you have to. Take out Salah? No. Should I start Reinders or João Pedro? Ooh. I probably lean towards Reinders. But if you still have faith in João Pedro, put him in. Why keep Fernandes? Because I bought him 2 weeks ago, and next week he has Wolves. If you're talking about Bruno Fernandes, I think is a decent asset. I wouldn't be selling him. Why have Salah? He's getting no points. Yeah, he definitely didn't score last week. Keeping Donnarumma this week. Nice. So you could sell either your Kudus or someone else. Nico, dude. Welbeck is a solid differential at the moment. I agree, Harry. I agree. Semenyo, question mark. What about Semenyo? He's decent this week, yeah. Start Virgil van Dijk, Rodon, or Senesi. Start Van Dijk. The order of that would be how you've wrote it, is when I would start them. Bring in Semenyo. I don't think I'll bring him in this week. It doesn't seem like the most optimal week to do so. Probably from 12 or 13 onwards. Can't quite remember the fixture run. What's my squad value? It is just above my head in the game week info slot. Did I update that actually? Maybe I didn't. But it is at 100 mil. He scored, but they lost points. I didn't lose any points. Gabriel captain. I don't mind it, but I wouldn't be doing it personally. Yo, I like how you're doing stuff differently, unlike other content creators. Appreciate that, Will. I'm just picking the best team I think I can. So, it's doing pretty well in the past few weeks, I'll say that. So, hell yeah. Goonaruma. Oh, for God's sake. Nah, Orange Apple, let him be. He's from, sorry, Connor. Who said spell? No, it was Orange Apple, yeah. He's from Norway, I believe. So let him be, man. He's an innocent lad. Is Dango a good pick? Yeah, I don't mind Dango. I don't. I really don't mind Dango. Is Valdemar a better captain than Haaland this week? No. I have Caicedo, Xhaka, Senesi bench, thinking of swapping them for Cucurella/João Pedro. I'd probably have Caicedo over João Pedro this week. Orange Apple, I've just caught what you're kind of doing there. Van de Ven, Mukiele, or Rodon to start. Mukiele. Would you start Reinders, Pino, or Poro? I'd go Jeremy Pino. George, stop it, man. Mogs, stare into the camera and slowly lick your lips. Bro, what? Wait, what am I doing? You got a league code. Yes, if you're on TikTok and you want to join my FPL mini league, click the link in the bio, go to the YouTube live stream, and in the description of the YouTube live, there's an automatic join link, so you can go ahead and do so. What's your total score? 5-2-1. Brighton Leeds prediction. 2-2. Your Leeds fan, mate? No. A triple captain in Mbeumo. What's your thoughts on that? I think it's very much knee-jerk to last week's score. If you want to do it on Mbeumo this week, you absolutely can. I think there's better opportunities later in the season, though. Game week 17 is most likely my triple captain week with Erling Haaland against West Ham at home. Kudus or Reinders to sell this week, Nico, because I know that's between both of yours. I would sell Kudus. And then you've got a bit more money to get some more players. And then Reinders you can sell if he really doesn't look great again this week. Do I wildcard this week if I haven't used? Depends on your squad, dude. But if you're not happy with your team and you want to make sort of 5+ changes, yeah, you can wildcard this week. Are you free hitting? I'm free hitting next week. I'm down to 8th. Too many sweats nowadays. I don't know, Connor. I think you can pull it back, dude. Can you rate my team? If you put it in the comments, yes. I've currently got my team on screen, and that's sort of how it will stay for the deadline stream. But if you want to type it out, you absolutely can do. Another day, another victory for the OGs. We've gone full brain rot on stream here. What's going on? Valdemar the captain. Yeah, I don't mind it. Do not mind it. What are your opinions on double Palace defence, was that? Yes, defence. I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't. Maybe I should sell both for a -4. Yeah, if you want a bit of a rehaul, Nico. You could get some seriously good assets. And if you took both of them out. Should I start Mukiele, Calvert-Lewin, and Reinders? Mukiele. I've just answered that. Manja. What do you think of João Pedro? I think he's not great. Obviously, having 0.07 XG in the last 5 fixtures is not good whatsoever. But the next 2 fixtures after this one are pretty good. So if you can hold off on selling him, you probably could do. But I would probably sell him personally. Who the captain? Saka or Haaland? Haaland. Buy Mateta or Valdemar for João Pedro. I discussed this on my YouTube videos this week. It would be Mateta for me. I think they're both good options though. Moogs, can you help with my son with his homework? Yeah, sure. Thank you for agreeing for his homework. What are the next 2 numbers in this sequence? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably 6, 7. I don't know. Did you get what you want there, George? Is that what you wanted? Me to do that stupid meme? Saka captain over Haaland. If you want to, maybe, yeah. Oh, Jackie Jack said 6, 7 in the chat as well. What have I started here? Muniz for DCL is a good shout with upcoming fixtures. I do think he is actually injured. Unless there was an update regarding him. I don't think there was, though. I know it was Raul Jimenez. I mean, the minutes shared there aren't too great for me. Mogs, I have Spanish homework and it has your name on it. Oh, I don't know Spanish. Orange Apple, I'm not even reading that out. I don't even know what that is. Is it fine to not spend all of your budget? Yes. Absolutely. Leeds fan? No. Sunderland fan. But I like Kudus. Keep Kudus then. Sell Reinders. I'd sell Reinders in your case, Nico. That's shopping from you, Moog. Such brain rot. Oh, God. As a Liverpool fan, you won't regret it. Oh, I just missed what that said. Sorry, bro. Mukiele or Van de Ven? Mukiele. Should I start Senesi or Alderete for Sunderland? I'd start Alderete and hope he plays. What do you think about Gyökeres? He's good for this week. Probably my 5th best captain. Pedro Neto or Xhaka? Pedro Neto. Moog's thoughts on buying Poussey for cheap. He's a City defender. I know who he is. But yeah, Guardiola does like... is it Simon? I think his first name's Simon. We'll call it Simon. People are sleeping on Minte against Leeds. I know, Connor. I know. I made a video about it on YouTube this week. I think Minte as an asset across the next few weeks is really good as a differential. Simpson. That's who it is. Minte Paqueta. Minte Paqueta's bad. Who Mogs? You said his name wrong. I think you know who it is. What team you support? Sunderland. Sunderland. Should I go Gabriel and Richard? Oh my god, the chat went too fast there. What the hell? Should I go Gabriel and Richards or Munoz and Reece James? Gabriel and Richards for me. Simon. I forgot his name to be fair. I haven't watched him playing for ages. When did he last play? I can't even remember. He hasn't played this season. Minte or Bruno G. A bit more of a close call there, but I would still go Minte. Is Lemons good? Maybe. Anderson won't start back from injury. He's in contention to start, which is words from the manager's mouth. So I'll believe the manager for this one, dude. If he doesn't play and he's on the bench, or he doesn't play at all in the squad, Rodon is available on the bench. So I don't mind it. Sell João Pedro for Mateta, says Harry. Yeah, very popular transfer this week, and I think it's a pretty decent one as well. Tell me I've cooked. I've used 5 transfers, 4 of which were free. I took out Haaland and kept Salah. Ooh, don't take out Haaland, dude. I'm Captain Voldemade. Nice. Yeah, he's not a bad option this week, Oliver. Mr. Hollywood thinks Voldemade is better than Haaland this week for captaincy. I would disagree. But I understand where you're coming from in terms of target and fixtures, though. Pardon me. If I sell Kudus for Mbeumo, I will have 0.1 in the bank. Is that a good pick? Yes, it is a good pick. Yes, Nico, that's really good. Mogs, don't you support MK Don? Swear down you said that while drowning. Okay. Haaland is a must-have. I don't think anyone in FPL is an absolute must-have, Jack, but I absolutely understand what you mean. He's going to smash it for the next sort of 8 weeks, 12 weeks to come with those fixtures coming up. But yeah, I do think Haaland's a player we should be looking at having in FPL if you don't already. Salmo Salah? No. Should I take a -4 to go from Grealish to Mbeumo? Ooh, maybe not this week. Why do you have triple leads? Because I thought they would be pretty good from game week 8 onwards. It's only really Rodon who's done great things for me so far. So it's went okay. Liverpool fan? No. I'm not. You can hear by my accent, I'm clearly not Scouse. Well, I suppose a lot of Liverpool fans aren't Scouse, are they? Who's HD and why did Moog say I've got 80 of it? Anderson fit today? I think so. He's in contention to start, which is words from the manager. So I think he'll be good this week. I'm not scousing the Liverpool fan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of Liverpool fans aren't because they're such a big club. A wild card next week. Nice, dude. Why are you clinging to Salah? Sell him, bro. Look at his fixtures coming up and tell me again why I should sell Salah. I know he's not been doing too great in Liverpool, haven't either, but do you not think that will stop at some point? I don't think Liverpool are going to be a mid-table side in the Premier League. We'll just say that. Lucas on YouTube says, sell Reinders for Minte, only have 0.6 million in the bank, and 2 free transfers after Jan Pedro Mateta early in the week. Also tempted to roll the 3 free transfers and give Reinders one more week. You could roll the transfer and just get Reinders another week for a home fixture, but yeah, I think those are good moves. No Semenyo, laughing face. Yeah, he's been good in the last 2 weeks, hasn't he, bro? The autocorrect is crazy. I did not mean to say that, by the way. Oh. Enzo is now dead. Instead, get Pedro Neto, bro. Yeah, Salah has been very decent last few weeks. Yeah, I mean, I got him in game week 8, bro, so interesting. Also did better than Haaland last week when people said he wasn't. Bro's having beef with me for no reason. You could have Saka and Mateta instead of Salah and Calvert-Lewin. No-brainer. I don't think it's a no-brainer. My whole thing is I don't think Liverpool are going to be this bad for this long. Your team is so bad. Yep, of course. Thank you. Why do you have FPL in your TikTok name with Calvert-Lewin and Salah, bro? I mean, because I'm a TikTok creator who plays FPL, bro. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, 3 green arrows, going into 4 green arrows in a row is pretty good, and they're in my team, so yeah. Get Semenyo, not just yet for me. You got some differentials, so fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I'm just picking players I think will be pretty decent. Thank you, Jacob. Reinders or Mbuemo 1 week punt. Mbuemo. What rank are you currently? 1.7 mil. Only 1 chip used as well. Next week we'll probably free him. Almost getting all flustered. Yeah, there's just some idiots talking to me. Play Minte on Jai. Minte. Would it be any day? Yeah, I think I go Minte. Sunderland are probably a better defence than Leeds. Lads, clearly leave him alone. Clearly autistic. It's sad to see him picking on him. Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks for having my back, dude. Clearly I am autistic. Mugs, can you squeeze your cheeks for 1k, please? What cheeks you talking about? Brighton good at home. I'd go for... Yeah. Thank you, Connor. Thoughts on Chow? Says Henry. I think he's pretty good. Mugs, I've got your nose. Please, can I have it back? Please. Feel like Semenyo's dropped off. I can't see him getting a return against City. I think he'll do well against City. I do, but it's going to be a hard game for them. Clearly, autistic has me dying. Mogs isn't artistic. His paintings are shit. Yeah, I know. Iwobi or Foden? Oh, God. Iwobi, probably. Stop calling him autistic. Cheers, Fatty. I can take a joke, though, lads. Seriously, it's not a big deal. Captain Gabriel says H. Big difference. Well, it's not pretty much a differential because a lot of people own him, but captain is definitely differential. I got you. Yes, Fatty lad. Put me off Bruno captain. I think there are 4 or 5 better options than Bruno captain this week, but I still don't mind him as a captaincy option. Should I sell Reinders and Kudus for a -4? Yeah, you could do. Start Reece James or Semenyo. Ooh. I'd probably go Semenyo. Just about. We love you, Mogs. It's amazing what you do for the autistic community. Cheers, bro. Yokerez shit. I think he's okay for this week. We'll see how he gets on this week. It's a good fixture for him. Anyone not Captain Haaland is crazy. One blank and people go nuts. I don't see many people going elsewhere than Erling Haaland captaincy this week. I know a lot of people like Voldemar this week, so I don't mind that punt really. Mogs is asthmatic. Should I sell Reinders and Kudus for -4? Yes, you can do, Nico. His only worry is the acne. For what? Bruno or Mbuemo? Ooh. Mbuemo seems like the better pick right now, but I do really like Bruno. Don't worry, Mogs. You could be getting called vegan. Yeah, Orange called me vegan yesterday, didn't he? Mateta or João Pedro, says Josh. Mateta this week, dude. Mateta this week. Yokerez or Thiago, game week 10. Yokerez. Why do you still play Reinders? I don't want to waste a transfer this week, and I think a home fixture isn't too bad. Of course, I'm not enjoying owning Reinders at the moment, so yeah. 32 points, by the way. For what? Oh, last week, sorry. As a Sunderland fan, thoughts on Xhaka as a differential? Lots of DEFCON, but lacks goals and /assists. I think he is just quite literally a cheap asset who is there for DEFCONs. He's brilliant for Sunderland. Been absolutely sort of squad changing for us. Yeah, he's not a bad option. The difficult fixtures are coming up, though, so be wary of that. This week, and I believe have we got Wolves soon? I can't quite remember our fixtures coming up, but we've got 2 good fixtures coming up in the next few weeks, and the rest are really hard fixtures. Strand Larson or Creepy Jr. Creepy Jr. probably, but I'll be careful with Evan Nielsen coming back in. Lacroix or Pedro Porro, Lacroix, Tarkovsky or Reece James. Tarkovsky, mid our team. Thanks, Jack. Tempted to play Strand Larson over Xhaka last week on my team. You could do so, Ahmed H. You could. I just don't really like Wolves at all. If Mogs was a ball boy, Eden Hazard would have kicked him twice. Oh, that's good banter. That's good banter. Mogs, you're easily top 5 people with glasses ever. That's bold, bro. That's bold. So Bosley or Semenyo to start. I'd start to Bosley. But I rate Liverpool a bit higher this week than everyone else, so you're probably going to go Semenyo there. I do think Semenyo's really good, but I'd slightly prefer Bosley. Sells Saka for Mbeumo. Saka seems to have fallen off due to Eze joining. I don't think it's since Eze's joined, to be honest. I think he's just not had the impact in that squad in the last few weeks. And Mbeumo, you could bring him in this week, but I would be keeping Saka absolutely for this game week. Snow says, yo, bro, how's it going, dude? Kudus or Van der Ven? Ooh. I'll play Kudus over Van der Ven this week. Captain Saka, you could do Alex, yeah. I think he's my 3rd best captain. This coffee is gold. Gabriello and Mbeumo captain. Oh, I don't like either of those options in particular. Probably Mbeumo's got a higher ceiling, so I would do that. Still having Salah is risky. It is risky, Joe F. It is. But I do think from game week 12 onwards, Liverpool have really good fixtures. And for me, fixtures breed form. So I'm looking forward to having a Liverpool asset before everyone else does. Of course, he did okay last week, scoring a goal, but obviously not the greatest performance ever. If Mogs was Conte, then Tuchel would have let go of his hand sooner. That's a throwback. I'm Captain Voldemade for the differential. Nice, Carter. I don't mind that pick. Best midfielder for 5.5. Best midfielder for 5.5. What are we going to say here? Let's have a look. Longstaff's decent. Tavernier's not bad. Yeah, it would probably be those two. Maybe Anderson of Nottingham Forest as well is not too bad. Obviously, it's a really limited budget there. I'm captain in Timber, says James Law. Bloody hell, bro. That's a bit mad. I rate it, though. I rate it. How we doing, Jack? Welcome to the stream, dude. Who do I bring in for Kudus? How much money you got, Tobias? I like Ismail Assar. Enzo Fernandez seems okay. If you don't have any of them, I would maybe advise one of them too. If you've got more money than that, nothing. So it's literally just Kudus flat swap to someone else, Tobias. How much is Kudus, guys? How much is Kudus? He's like 6 point something. I like Minte a lot this week. 6.7. 6.7. Nice. So I like Sa, Minte are sort of my picks there, bro. FPL Harry said Anderson is starting this week, by the way. Yeah, FPL Harry and the other creators do get information like this all the time, and sometimes it's wrong, so I don't quite listen to them too much. I tend to stick with sort of more reliable sources, but Harry is obviously quite reliable in himself, so I'd probably lean into that a bit more. But I did think this anyway. We heard from the manager he's in contention for this game week, so he will be starting for me. Captain Gabriella Haaland. Van der Ven or Anderson to start. Anderson of Fulham. Should I take the risk and start Saliba and have Mukele first on my bench? No. I would just play Mukele anyway. I mean, if you really want to, you could do, because I don't necessarily think that if Saliba is on the bench, would he really come on? And if he doesn't start, is he likely not to be in the squad? You could do that. I would probably play Mukele. Leeds away at Brighton? Yes, they are. Spurs Chelsea this game week too. Lol. It's going to be a fun game, that, Connor, isn't it? Yeah, what a throwback that is. Start DCL on Michael Keane. I'd go Keane. Just about. I think his defensive contribution. Yeah, I'll go Keane. I think he's probably due more points, isn't he? Who should I captain? Mowgli, says Lil Bri. Who have you got, Brian? If you got Haaland, which I think you do, probably captain him, dude. And Bremo, a Welbeck captain. I don't necessarily like either of them, but I'll probably just about go Embuemo. Okay, Pappy. No worries, Lil Bri. I'll drop you a message in a bit, bro. He's 6'6". You looking at FPL Harry's political affiliations before you just start believing anything he says right now. I will get too excited, says Lil Bri. Oh, no, I need your help for Tuesday, bro. Just a little few questions for you, Lil Bri. I saw him launch a Lucasade. What? Anderson injured? I don't think so, Luke. We heard yesterday he's in contention to start. I don't know who to sell. Yeah, sell Kudus, dude, if you're still thinking about that. Shall I live stream and you can hop on? Yeah, sure. Lil Brian live. Senesi or Reinders? Who would you drop? Senesi. Should I keep Van de Ven on my bench? Probably, yeah. Top 3 captaincy picks. Haaland, Salah, Saka. Is captaining Gabriel bold? Yes. I'm a Fulham fan. I promise you he isn't starting Diop. Will not lose his spot. Yeah, I understand that, Luke, but hearing yesterday that he's in contention to start, and I have him for Wolves, which is an incredible fixture, I might as well try him. And if he comes off the bench, he comes off the bench. But at the end of the day, I think he's got a great fixture and he is in contention to start, so I'm going to take that risk. If not, Rodon will come off the bench if Anderson doesn't play. But I understand completely what you mean about Diop. Sakov Night Managers let me sponsor the channel and said, "Are you the best performing FPL algorithm, Connor?" If you've tried Night Managers, by the way, in YouTube, with 2 free weeks, so good. Is it really that bold to go Gabriel? Yeah. Clean sheet, corners, defcons. I mean, all of those. Clean sheet isn't guaranteed, or it's highly likely. Corners, yes, there'll be a lot of corners in the game. Defcons, I don't think there'll be defcons within this fixture for Gabriel. I think they'll control the ball and not really have opportunity to defend. Salah in November, yeah, and probably Salah moving into before he goes to AFCON as well. Leeds fan by any chance? No. Sunderland fan. For real, Moogs, what's your price to get a sponsor? You have to mention every video. I'm not having you as a sponsor, Orange Apple. I don't know how much you pay me, because you will get me to say the most stupid things ever. Start Xhaka, Yao Pedro, or Cucurella. I'd probably go Cucurella or Xhaka. Why DCL up front? I don't think he's been too bad in terms of his expected data. I just need him to maybe score a little bit more. But Rodon was good for me last week, so the triple on Leeds hasn't been too bad. I'm doing better than you, Mogs. Yeah, sure. I'll see you in Game Week 38, Connor. We'll see you then, bro. No, it's 500 a video. 500 a video, considering I post maybe 4 videos and 2 live streams a week, Orange. I don't know how much bag you got, bro. But maybe. No, I'm joking. Enzo and Jai. This week I'll probably go Njai. Probably lean towards Njai. Will Saliba start? He's a doubt for this week, dude, so I'll be cautious on what you do. I'll pay the amount of subs you have in pounds for every vid you give me a shout out. Yeah, Orange, I know what you mean. He's just a young guy. What can I do? 16, by the way. See, he bit. I know he would bite. Orange Apple, you're such a mean guy to Connor, man. Let him have his BBC bite-sized time. Except for Mukiele, Anderson, Bruno Fernandes, and DCL, we literally got the same team. Nice, Omar. Nice. Isidore points against Everton. Yeah, I think he'll do all right. Okay, fine. I will sell Kudus to who? 8.4 in the bank. Probably Embuemo. Embuemo feels really good. Pause. What? Caicedo or Kudus? Caicedo this week I'd go for. Reckon Enzo will blank. I think he'll do okay. You should stream on Twitch. Maybe, dude, but a lot of the FPL audience is on TikTok and YouTube, so I'm on them too at the moment, dude. Twitch doesn't feel like a very prevalent place for FPL streams. Tonali or Semenyo? This week I'd probably go Tonali, yes. I had to bite the disrespect, rage baited. I might be fumbled, but I captain Sesko. What? Nah, I don't think I would lean towards Sesko captain, dude. Too easy to rage bait these kids nowadays. Pause. Yeah, pause, definitely. Enzo or Caicedo? I'd probably go... Ooh. Caicedo's probably more consistent there for like defensive contributions, but I probably would go Enzo this week. What do you think of Stephen Backshot, new Spurs forward, bench tipped to start? Yeah, Stephen Backshot sounds like a great player. Start Van de Ven or Ronaldo? I think Ronaldo could start for Sunderland, so I would go Ronaldo. Thoughts on Krupa Jr. long term? I don't think he's long term. I do think Evan Nielsen will steal minutes off him, and I think Evan Nielsen will be the starter. Or maybe sell both Reinders and Kudus. I will buy Embuemo, and I buy over... Who should I buy over Reinders for 5.5? There's not many options, but get yourself a cheap asset who plays... the likes of Xhaka is probably one of the better options there. I don't mind Anderson or Forrest either, but, you know. The team is dead. Triple Arsenal defence will save you. Cheers, bro. Saka captain. Yeah, he's not a bad captain this week. Statch to King. If you want to save a bit of money, you could do, Jack. I think we discussed this this kind of move before. Thoughts on Thiago? He's not too bad. His fixtures don't seem fantastic, though. Get rid of Virgil van Dijk? No. Omar says, I genuinely want to sell Salah, but I'm afraid he's going to score a hat-trick the day I sell him. Let me know when you do sell him, Omar, and I will captain him that week then. Should I take a -4 Mateta? It depends who you're selling. Jamal Lascelles or Willie Kambala or Joel Matip bench 2. I'd probably start Matip, bro. Yeah, Joel Matip. Captain Valdemade or Gabriel Valdemade. Gehi or Van de Ven. Gehi. You playing Anderson? Yes. Jack going for the most pointless transfer ever. He's got loads in the bank, I think. Why are you not a Gateshead fan, Mose? Because I'm not from Gateshead and my family supports Sunderland. Took out Pedro this game week. It's probably a good move. Just took a -8 hit. What moves did you make, Ollie? He doesn't even play in the league. Are you sure? Start Van Dijk or Lacroix. Probably Lacroix. We've got just under an hour to go. Yeah, but Matip does U2. Yeah, of course Matip does. That's why I said play him. Isidore for Pedro and Embuemo for Kudus. Nice, Ollie. I love me a bit of Wilson Isidore. Did you know he came to Sunderland to make the Mackems dance and sing? Got to support your local moves. Can't be glory hunting with Sunderland. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, when I was a kid, I don't know where don't know where we were when I was like born. 1.7 millionth in the world. Yes. Of course, Moog Sports second in the league, fourth in the league, but near enough. Yeah, I'm a Glory supporting Sunderland supporter. I definitely haven't had some hard years within League One. Tell you what, I do miss the Championship because it is quite fun. I'm like 100,000th. Nice, Evan. How are the lads? Is Longstaff a good pick? I don't mind Longstaff, actually, no. He's got some hard fixtures coming up, though, so he literally would be sat on your bench. I'm 4,900th in the world, says Ollie. Yes, let's go. No Roof? Sadly not, bro. Because I start David Raya every single week. No Mateta game's gone. Sorry, Emtrem. Sorry. I might get him in a few weeks' time if I can afford him. Mogs plays as Sunderland on EFC Mobile. So yes, he does go to the games. I do go to the games. Not all of them, of course. I don't have a season ticket. Sunderland Glory supporters annoy me. There's no such thing as a Sunderland Glory supporter, dude. Had a season ticket since League One. Now everyone starts to show up. I mean, yeah, I kind of get where you're coming from. You know, more people going to the matches, of course. Not too much more, though. We still used to get really good numbers down in League One. I can remember when Cambridge played Hughes. We're not even League One anymore. Yeah, had a season ticket for 15 years. 15 years, nice, dude. I just read your message up there. Nice. Anderson, James, Van der Ven, Timber. Who to play in the back three? I'd go Anderson, James and Timber. Got a lovely spam caller ringing my phone. I'm not going to answer that. Yo, bro, do you think Yao Pedro or Strand Larson? Oh, God. This week, maybe Strand Larson. I'm seeing a lot more people jump on the Sunderland buying wagon. Yeah, same. It's the big leagues on the phone. It is the big leagues, actually. I've just seen it there. Actually, I need to check who's rang me there. Maybe it was the big leagues, Mark. M-Trim, sorry. Just doxed you, lol. Yeah, I'll have to check that in a second. Eating a Satsuma right now. By reading this, you just wasted like 3 finite seconds. I've just wasted more. What you reckon Monday night? I reckon 1-0. 1-0 Sunderland is what I'm thinking, personally. But yeah, it's going to be a difficult fixture. I think we'll struggle against the wingers if we don't set up in a back five like we did against Chelsea. And Jai and Greenish are difficult. But yeah. Can we have a homework break? No, we can't. I can't see us losing at the moment, which is weird because I'm used to seeing us suffer. Yeah, I think. Look, I think it'll be a hard game. I think we'll either get a point or 3. I don't see us losing at home. Get doxed, Mark. Lol, says Orange Apple. Yeah, we doxed him. Sorry. Give me some help for a free hit. Sure. Let me have a little look at what we're dealing with this week. So I would probably have Mateta, Saka, Gabriel, Timber, Haaland, Mukiele. Probably Gakpo I'd take a punt on as well. Sarr isn't a bad option this week. Yeah, that's would kind of be the vein of stuff I'd go. I'm that feeling walking down to breakfast after having your address doxed on PlayStation Party by Mogs last night. Sorry, guys. Free hit keeper. Nick Pope. Robin Roofs. I captain Timber. Very bold. Will Anderson start? I think he will, yeah, Oscar. Too many Arsenal. Burnley will score 2, says EH. I don't know. I think Arsenal will really control the fixture. I do think Burnley are a decent side. I just can't see them scoring too much against Arsenal. Watch Mogs turn around one of my comments into a YouTube short. Maybe I might do. Burnley will score 2. We've conceded 3 goals in 14 games, bro. Yeah, I can't see it happening, but I respect his opinion. I respect it. King or Rodon this week? Probably King. Mateta gang rise up. You've got a million people with your mark there. You think Anderson will start? Yes, I do, Oscar. Watch them score 2. Arsenal will score 1. You think it's going to be 2-1 to Burnley? Wow. I don't know, Thoughts on Chow in defence? Good. He used my Dexter comment, who knows where I'll stop. Yeah, the Dexter one was pretty funny. If you free hit, who would you change? In my team, there would be a lot of changes if I free hitted. I'm free hitting next week, though. When I tell Mogs to transfer out Salah, he starts reading out my address word by word and my national insurance number. Yeah, I mean, I do have that information now, so I would be careful. Should I sell Reinders for Enzo and Kudus for Mbeumo? If I buy Mbeumo, I will have just 1 point in the bank. Recently, I'm asking because if I buy it. Can you read my comment? I can. Your English is a bit broken, Nico, but I think I understand what you mean. And I would do those transfers again. Hi, bro. How are we doing, Anthony? But yes, I like Mbeumo and I like Enzo. But Kudus to Mbeumo seems like a really good move. Should I play Caicedo / Yao Pedro? I play Caicedo. Who should I put in my team? I don't know who you've got in your team, Mohammed. Depends who you've got already. Sell Enzo for Sarr? You could do, Tommy, yeah. I don't mind that move. I really rate Enzo for next week against Wolves, but Sarr seems like a really good longer-term pick. Yeah, Tommy. Never heard anyone make a prediction by saying watch Arsenal score 1 and Burnley score 2. Yeah, it's an interesting way to word it, but I get what he means. I don't think it'll happen, though. He will read your comments. I just read yours as well. I'm thinking of Mbeumo, Van de Ven, and Gehi. I wouldn't buy Van de Ven. Just because he scored 23 points last week, I think it's blinded people. And Mbeumo would definitely consider. Who captains someone who uploads? I went undercover as Joker in Manchester last night. Yeah, I need to watch that video that Haaland posted, man. Is Joshua King going to play? I think he will, yeah. Okay, I've just finished my Satsuma flame emoji. Yeah, let's go, bro. Oh, dear. Start Cash or Dorgu? I'd go Dorgu. I think Liverpool do okay against Villa. Sell Kudus for Eze. Yeah. I think Odegaard's probably out a little bit longer than we thought. So, yeah, I don't mind that. Wildcard next week, and if I buy Mbeumo, I'll have 0.1 in the bank. I'm scared I will have no money on my wildcard. That's absolutely fine. On a wildcard, you can make as many transfers as you want, and it won't affect sort of, how much money you already have. So, yeah, it doesn't matter too much, Nico. You can still make that Mbeumo move this week if you really want him. But if you are wildcarding next week, definitely, you could make a little bit of a punt this week. But I do like Mbeumo, of course. I'm a comment like it's Twitter in 2013. Just ate a Satsuma. Sunglasses face emoji. Connor wouldn't know what it's like to be in 2013. He wasn't born. Probably going to drink some water later. I don't know. I think that's a good move. What would you change about this midfield? Mbeumo, Saka, Minte, Sarr? Nothing. I think it's great. Why start Calvert-Lewin? Who would you start instead of Calvert-Lewin on my side? I need a midfielder for 5.2. Any recommendations? 5.2 mid. There's not a lot of options. I'll be real, bro. 5.2. Longstaff. Longstaff seems okay. Yeah, I'd probably say Longstaff. I think you'll get the most minutes out of those assets. I was 4. I'm being rage baited so hard. Sorry, dude. Will Evan Nielsen start over Creepy Jr. today? I think Evan Nielsen will start over him, yes. I think he will, yeah. I don't think Creepy Jr. will start. I think he'll come on early, though. You reckon Alderete will play? Yeah, I think he will. Because I think what we'll do is we'll probably play a back 5. So we'll probably have Mukele, Ballard, Alderete with Gertruda and Ronaldo left wing back, right wing back. Ben White will feature at some point today for Arsenal. Timber will have less minutes. Yeah, I agree. Obviously, I think that'll be later within the fixture because Ben White did play a lot of minutes within the Cup. Should I transfer in Van der Ven and Mbeumo? I wouldn't transfer in Van der Ven. I'll be completely real with you, Mohammed. Just because he scored 23 points last week. Look at his fixtures coming up. They don't feel great for a defender whatsoever. If you're desperate to sort of chase that 23 points, I think it's been and gone. The first number of Orange Apple's age is 2. Why do you still have Salah? I think he'll come good within the next few weeks with an incredible fixture run just on the horizon. I want to go for a differential captain. Voldemar, Sarr, Mateta, Saka, Gabriel. I like Saka out of those options. I have captain Saka over Haaland this week. Haaland return against Bournemouth is not good. Yes, Jack, I understand that, but that was when Zabani was playing for Bournemouth, is what I've seen someone say on Twitter. So I do think maybe that has something to do with it, but they're still, replace him with a physical centre back. So I think Haaland will have a tough time, but I still think he's the best captain this week. Mukele or Richards on the bench? Richards. Reece James as captain, a crazy shout? Yeah. It is a bit of a crazy shout, bro. I'll be real with you. Being 8 in 2013 is crazy. You're trying to rage bait him back, Connor. Timber a good captain? Probably not, no. I mean, he's not a bad shout, but I think there's other options. Miss your comment on my team. Anthony, bench Dubravka, Gu, Mukele, Senesi, Raya, Gabriel, Byrne, Munoz, Minte, Semenyo, Njai, Sarr, Saka captain, Mateta, Haaland. I like the team, Anthony. Yeah. In terms of what I would change is probably Mukele on. Potentially for some. I'll probably keep it as is. Yeah. Unk. Bro, why do you not have Mbeumo or Cunha? One of them will 100% get you points. I have Bruno Fernandes instead. I could be your father for all you know, little bro. Shut your mouth. That's disrespectful as. And Mbeumo captain, it's okay, yeah. See, Orange Apple, that's a red card there. That's straight red. Any transfers I can make? I don't think so, Anthony. I think your team looks really good. Gabriel captain. I don't particularly like Gabriel captain that much. Any transfer? Haaland, Salah, and Bruno is mad. It worked out pretty well last week. To be honest, dude. Not been bad since Game Week 8 wildcard. In fact, Game Week 8 wildcard was brilliant. And Mbeumo's a better choice, but Bruno's on pens. Yeah. I think the amount of routes to points that Bruno has is incredible, but right now I think Mbeumo does feel like the better option. I captain Timber. I put Rodon for Anderson. I do think Fulham's fixture is a lot better, dude. So I probably will play Anderson. But if Anderson doesn't play because of his injury, then absolutely Rodon will come first on. Okay, last time I'll ask, sell Reinders to Sarr or Kudus to Mbeumo or do nothing. If you wildcard in next week, you probably should do something. Team is Donnarumma, Van der Ven, Senesi, Bun, Anderson, Xhaka, Semenyo, Kudus, Salah, Voldemade, Haaland. My team, what should I do? I would probably go ahead and sell Kudus to Mbeumo in your situation, Nico. A wild card next week. Statch over Reinders, bro. He didn't play any minutes last game week, so I don't know if he'll get a full 90 this week. But I do think Reinders should get a good chunk of minutes here for City. It's kind of I'm picking who I think will get more minutes, because I think Statch will probably be on the bench again. But I think Reinders will start, so that's kind of the thing I'll do. I'm not rating teams today, Mohammed, but any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Yesterday was the team rating live stream. Swap Tarkovsky for Reinders. Who's on the bench? Question mark. I don't quite understand what you mean, but I probably would swap Tarkovsky for Reinders, yeah. Raya or Pope? This week, David Raya. Bruno Fernandes or Mateta? Mateta. Mogs, I don't want 4 transfers next week. I always have nothing to do with them. I mean, your team looks good though, Jack, doesn't it? So there's not really much you can do. 1.7 mil rank, laughing, crying face actually, says Hazard. Cheers, Hazard. Is the double game week Arsenal and Everton true in game week 18? It's very unlikely, so I'm not reacting to that news, possibly. Why would you possibly keep Salah in your team? I think Liverpool's form will improve in the next few games, and then they've got a really good run from game 12 onwards. Bell End, awful team. Cheers, Hazard. Appreciate you. What's up, Zafran? Oh, Zafran's in. Nice. Not well. The weather's shit and I'm sick. Oh, Zafran, man, that sucks. Should I replace Poro, Van der Ven with Anderson? I'll play Anderson this week, yeah. Ignore the hate, pal. Very good team. Honestly, I don't really care if people hate. It's completely fine. That's just social media for you. I wouldn't do it if I wasn't put out for it, you know. But yeah, I didn't realise FPL was a 10-game week season, is what I would say to him. Where am I at on YouTube comments here? Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit behind on YouTube here. Should I sell both Reiners? You could sell both if you wanted to do that move, yeah. Mogs Loki only sees 30% of my comments nowadays. I'm washed like Salah for real. I know. I'm trying to read as much as I can. I'm trying to pay attention to both TikTok and YouTube. Should I captain Gabriel? I wouldn't personally. Hazard, how are you laughing at him when you're only 300k, pal? I'm 11. Oh dear, he's had you there, Hazard. He's had you all over. Might have to do the keeper transfer method week. Oh, what? Next week, sorry. Who are you thinking about next week? Captain Mateta, says Adam. You could do. I think I prefer Haaland and some other assets this week. Fame's got into his head worse than Young Thug. The comparison to Young Thug is crazy. Are you a Leeds fan? No, I'm a Sunderland fan. Should I play Rodon? You could do. Depends on your team, though. Depends on your team. I don't know who else you have. Maybe if you give me a benching dilemma, I can answer it a little bit better for you, bro. 300k is good, says Hazard. It is good, yeah. But you just coming into chat and hating on other people doesn't feel great, mate. I'll be honest. Next thing you know, Mogs drops the hard R on his apology album, UY Cutie. See, I don't know Young Thug too good, to be honest, bro. What's your reasoning for keeping Salah? I think from game week 12 onwards, he's got incredible fixtures, and I do think Liverpool's form will improve within the next few weeks. Wanker Twam. I'm guessing you mean Wanker Team, Hazard. Sure, thank you. Your comment is clearly getting loads of love in the chat. Yeah, everyone's sick of you, dude. I have got Mbeumo now. Nice, Nico. Let's go, Nico, dude. Nice. Should I do -4 next week, says Zafran. I've been thinking about Yao Pedro and Reinders to Sana cheap forward. Yeah, that doesn't seem like a bad set of moves, dude. Why have you so much need players? Sorry, I don't quite understand what you mean. Okay, and he's 1.7 mil. Again, Hazard, I didn't realise the Premier League season was only 10 weeks long. That's my apologies. I thought it was 38 game weeks. Rage baiting Connor low-key better than Mogs nowadays. Mogs doesn't even see my comment no more. I do, man. I do. I swear. Bro, Hazard's getting cooked. Bro, you ain't even on 50 points this week. What are you on about, Hazard? Hazard, you just want to be like, are you trying to be blocked or muted on purpose? If you want to be muted, I can just mute you for the entire live. There you go, dude. So there you go. I think that's what his mission was, to get muted, just by putting absolute terrible things in chat. Yeah, Wanker team was very funny from you there, Hazard. Got the whole squad laughing. I bought in Buemo, now I'm trying to sell Reinders for Longstaff. No, I would keep Reinders this week. Don't do that. Especially with your wildcard next week. Captain Gabriel Trust. Crazy. Crazy. I like the punt, though. IMO, use someone else instead of Calvert-Lewin if you can. I think this week, it might be the last week he's in my team, mate. I mean, I'm free hitting next week, dude. Obviously, Calvert-Lewin isn't a great asset. I took a punt on game week 8 when he had Burnley. And then, of course, last week he had West Ham, which were really good too, really good fixtures. Of course, he had pretty good expected data, but he hasn't put it up. So, yeah, he's been a bad asset so far. Your midfield is very good, though. Yeah, I like the midfield. It's pretty strong. I like the team overall, but there's obviously bits I would change, which will be addressed in the next few weeks. Get rage-baited Mogs. Not allow Hazard rage baiting Mogs. He's not rage baiting me. He's kind of just been nasty to other people in the chat. I don't like that. Everyone's just here to have fun and ask some questions. Don't need people hating on other people, you know. We look out for the viewers. Free Hazard? I don't think so, dude. He's been a bit nasty to other people in the chat. I don't appreciate that. Caicedo or Van de Ven? Caicedo. Should we hold Salah for the good run? I am personally, but if you don't like that, absolutely go ahead and sell if you really don't like it. But I think Liverpool will improve in the next few weeks. Don't know who should I captain, Haaland or Gabriel? Don't know who to do. Personally, I do think Haaland is the best captain this week. I understand the punt on Gabriel. I really do. I spoke about it in this week's YouTube video, but I do think Haaland just has a higher ceiling than Gabriel in any case. Imagine Burnley get just a terrible goal and your clean sheet's gone. You're then looking at maybe attack and returns from a centre-back. It's only going to be really from corners, so yeah, I don't think Burnley will score, but I do think Haaland has a higher ceiling against Bournemouth at home. But yeah, definitely appreciate the thought and consideration for other captains there. Cody, what a cool name. My name's not Cody. You know what my name is. Okay, my team locked. Team is Donnarumma, Van de Ven, Senesi, Burn, Anderson, Xhaka, Semenyo, Mbuemo, Salah, Valdemade, Captain Haaland. Nice, Nico. Arsenal confirmed defender Gabriel misses through illness. Don't know if I believe that, dude. I'll be honest. I should probably should check some team news though. Oh, it's actually Conley. It's not Conley either. Yeah, good point. Bournemouth do have a good team. To be fair though, yeah, Bournemouth absolutely smashing it. But away from home, Bournemouth haven't been as good. I didn't read that well. Zafran's just trolling, isn't he? Raya captain? No, I would never captain a goalkeeper. I'll be real with you, dude. I'll be real with you, bro. You got that American high school movie name? No, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't be captaining David Raya. I mean, if you want to captain an Arsenal defender, Gabriel's probably the best one. We've got about 30 minutes till the deadline now, guys. Thoughts on Donnarumma to Henderson next week to get some Palace? I spoke about Palace goalkeepers last night on stream. I much prefer Palace defenders to goalkeepers for defensive contributions. It seemed they're quite good for that in terms of underlying numbers. Henderson does feel like a kind of just a way into the Palace defence if you've got a full defence you like. I don't mind the move. Again, I just slightly prefer Palace actual defenders. I would try to get Salah out sometime. No, I'm going to be holding him for his good fixtures coming up. I think from Game Week 12, in Game Week 12, he's the best captain as well. And that is sort of, the theory that Liverpool will improve in the next few weeks, which I know a lot of people are kind of memeing them at the moment, but they're not going to be a mid-table side this season. I just don't think that's a reality. Nottingham Forest, Haram ball. Yeah, maybe that's this week. Mukele not starting. I mean, the game's on Monday, but if you've got some information for me, Dan, let me know. Nah, I think he will start. I think we'll play a back five. Dan Burn or Anderson. Do you know what? I'd probably go Dan Burn this week. I'd go Dan Burn. I got Sarsemenyo, Bruno, Caicedo, and then Jai. Who do I bench? Probably Caicedo. Which keeper is best next week, except from David Raya? Petrovic from Bournemouth feels really great. It's probably a bit too early for a Liverpool goalkeeper. I wouldn't do a Liverpool goalkeeper. Yeah, I'd say Petrovic. Petrovic feels great. Senesi or Rodon? Rodon. Mogs, how's it feel to have a wanker team? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Roofs to save money. Petrovic? Yeah, Petrovic. Petrovic for me feels like a really great goalkeeper to have from not sort of next week onwards. If you already have Dubravka, it would be Petrovic, because you play Dubravka next week, and then the week after Petrovic would then have a really good fixture run, so it would be him from then. Not obviously playing Petrovic next week. Nottingham Forest, Haram ball. No, I do think Mbeumo will do very well against Forest. Why Dan Burn over Anderson? Well, Anderson is in contention to start this game week, but it could be the case he doesn't play. So I think maybe avoiding that by playing Dan Burn isn't a bad shout. I do think Dan Burn's fixture is really good as well. Orange Apple, you complained about reading your comments, but yet you comment on things like that. Is Petrovic still the best if I got Senesi? If you've already got Senesi, then I'll probably look at someone else. I think if I get some fixtures up here, I'll be able to tell you a little bit better. From next week, buying the keeper. I'll probably search out 16. Chelsea goalkeeper doesn't seem too bad. Pope feels okay. Yeah, I would honestly have Petrovic as a really good option there, even with Senesi. It'd just be the case of playing Dubravka next week, is what I would say. Is Gabriel a good captaincy choice? He's okay, but I would definitely consider Haaland over him. I have to go play FC 26. Bye bye. See you later, Nico. Enjoy, man. Leno as a keeper punt? Yeah, I don't mind Leno either. Which two should I start? Garner, Yao Pedro, Reinders, Senesi. I would start Reinders and probably Yao Pedro and just give him a week, but he's not been great. It would maybe be Garner against Sunderland, but again, you're probably just looking at defensive contributions there. Which Senesi will probably hit as well. Calvert-Lewin, bro, why not Mateta, Valdemade? If you can give me some extra money, I will absolutely go buy them. But I don't have the money, sadly. I think Kudus is overhated. He has a decent route to points, takes corners, main threat for Spurs often. He's been lucky recently, and I'm benching him for Chelsea. But I think he could be a hold. I mean, the fixtures coming up don't look fantastic, Connor, I'll be honest. But I understand your thought process there with Kudus, because that is absolutely correct. He is really good for Spurs. But those fixtures coming up, I don't quite like it. I said you got a Ronald McDonald fit earlier, and you aired it, Mogs. I did air it, but I've read it out now for you. I forgot about that message. Pardon me. Is Anderson fit? He's in contention to start, yes. Just have a player on your bench in case he doesn't. Soul Snatcher, Gabriel, Munoz, Kukurea, Saka, Semenyo, Reinders and Mbeumo, Sarr, Haaland, Ekitike. Rate my team. Your team is class, mate. Who you captaining? Thoughts on Iwobi? Iwobi isn't too bad this week. Again, Everton, he would have got an assist if Bentancur scored himself instead of heading back across goal. Thoughts on Saka captain? Yeah, Saka captain isn't too bad. He's my third best captain this week. How many points you scored last week, bro? 59 last week. 59. I don't know if you realised, Mogs, but Salah is 14.5. He is. He absolutely is. I know what you're going to say. Or should I just keep Donnarumma? I mean, to be honest, Jack, I do think that Donnarumma, obviously we have to get past maybe the next 3 weeks-ish, but he's got really good fixtures coming up and he's going to be the starting keeper. He's probably... The thing is with the Manchester City defence, if you're going to probably want a defender for that point of time, the issue is you don't know who's going to start every single week in the defence, but you know at goalkeeper he absolutely is. So I honestly would keep Donnarumma, honestly. I don't think he's a bad shout at all. Jack, to be honest, Jack, I really like your team. So I probably would keep a hold of Donnarumma. Unless you need to facilitate another move, just keep for now, Jack. Yeah. I traded Reinders, Saka, and Kudus for Mbeumo, Rice, and Caicedo. Wow, that's an aggressive set of moves, bro. I like it. Surely Semenyo and Voldemade outscore Salah and DCL. What, this week? Yeah, probably this week, Connor. No Villa players. Yeah, no Villa players, sadly, mate. They've been very good recently, though. Thanks, mate. No worries, man. Yeah, I think Salah is really good this week. I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, surprise, surprise, Mogs likes Salah. But, yeah. Milenkovic or Tobido? Oh. Probably Milenkovic just about for defensive contributions, but that's probably as much as he's going to get, dude. Should I remove Sarr for Enzo? Which Sarr you on about? If you're talking about Ismail Sarr, absolutely not. Will Pedro be decent again? I do believe in him because Chelsea have great fixtures ahead apart from the Arsenal game. Zafran... yeah, I think the 2 weeks after this one, Pedro's okay to have, but he doesn't feel great to own. Yeah, I meant from your team, Mogs, you numpty. Yeah, but I don't want to waste the transfers on those two people when I want to keep Mohamed Salah. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll be honest, Connor. You can't convince me to sell Mohamed Salah. I'll be real with you. He's leaving my side when he goes to AFCON. Mogs didn't jump on Semenyo soon enough, and now he has a personal vendetta about ever mentioning him. Not particularly. I decided to go against him from game week 8 onwards, and it's paid off so far. When the Bournemouth fixtures come good, he will be likely on my list of players to buy. I think he'll be decent this week as well. Calvert-Lewin is a mad shout. Yeah, he's been pretty bad lately, dude. He's still got good expected data. Please just answer. I've been sitting here 10 minutes. Captain Haaland or Gyökeres because of fixtures. Haaland still. Peter Jones. Sorry if it took so long. Should I triple captain Haaland? Potentially this week, but I would wait till game week 17. Get that Pharaoh out of your team. He's turned into a mummy like prime King Tutankhamun. Thoughts on waiting to go till 12 to get Palace? That's probably what I'm doing, Jack. Yeah, yeah, I rate that idea. Reinders or Pedro? Pedro. Roofs or Pope? I'd go Robin Roofs. What's special about game week 17? Game week 17, Haaland plays West Ham at home, which is the better fixture than this week, I would say. After the Burnley game, he doesn't return me at least 15 to 20 points, I'll sell him. Nice, Safran. I've been going against Semenyo from games he blanked in. I mean, look, going against Semenyo from game week 8 has been good. So yeah, I'll give myself a pat on the back here, but I do think he'll be pretty good today. I captain Saka. I don't see Haaland doing anything today. I think he'll be good today. Raya, Roofs or Pope? It'd be Raya this week. It'd be Raya this week. Thoughts on triple captain Danny Welbeck? I wouldn't do so. I think it's a fun idea to do, but I don't think it's going to get you as many points as a triple captain on Erling Haaland or Mohamed Salah would. Right, we've got 20 minutes now to the deadline, folks. 20 minutes. And Mbeumo or Bruno, if you could choose. Probably still Bruno, but Mbeumo feels like a really good move. Game week 8 was a week ago, you mug. So, I don't get what you mean. Semenyo's played 2 games since then, and he's not done well. What about keeping Salah? Yeah, I think Salah's a great hold, personally. I understand he hasn't been performed well, Liverpool aren't, but I think his fixture run coming up is really good. Not a flex at all, sure, but it's improved my rank quite a lot, Connor, so I'll take that. It's also allowed me to afford some other players in my side. Gabriel captain. I don't particularly like it this week. When is free hit best to use? I'm using it next week for my squad, but I think in sort of general, it's sort of maybe keeping it for the potential double game week, but I don't think the double game week will happen. So maybe if you've got a good set of clashes within it, you could then start to consider free hit. It's really team dependent on each week. Yeah, I've been going against Salah for 2 days, mate. Have that. Yeah, get consolidated goal against Brentford doesn't justify keeping Salah. Yeah, it doesn't justify keeping Salah. There's other reasons to keeping Salah. Captain Voldemade, says TJ. Yeah, not a bad shout. What do you say on starting Rodon? I don't mind it. It depends who else is in your squad, though. Yeah, I get Salah over Semenyo to save money, guys. No, look, Salah is in my team because I like his fixtures going forward. I understand you don't like that, and that's completely fine. But having Semenyo elsewhere in my squad when I wanted Bruno Fernandes wasn't possible. So yeah. I understand what you're trying to say, Connor, though. But again, I'm on a draft with Haaland and Salah because I think that's the best draft going forward. How do you feel about Senesi playing? I mean, you're going to get probably defensive contributions there. But I don't think the clean sheet's there. From Malaysia here. Welcome, Mr. E. Thinking about selling Reinders for Voldemade. I mean, it's a midfielder for a forward. But is there an extra transfer in there I'm missing? Please help, mate. Go ahead, drop your questions. Yeah, Connor's on Voldemade captain as well. Do you play UCL fantasy? I don't, mate. I just don't really. I put a lot of time into this channel, of course. So yeah, I don't really have time to play the UCL fantasy. I just watch the games. Can I send my squad in for rating? I'm not rating teams on this stream. It was yesterday for my team rating stream. But if you want to drop a question, you absolutely can do. What game week do we get put up to get 5 free transfers again? Game week 16. It's the AFCON week. And when we're going to get loads this week, I think you'll do all right, yeah. I think you'll do all right. Can I use wildcard for game week 10 or next time? I mean, you've got 17 minutes to build your wildcard team. I would probably wait for another time, just in case you kind of rush things with your decision, bro. Thiago or Welbeck, Kudus to Sarr for a -4. I would probably go for Welbeck, and I would do Kudus to Sarr for a -4. Thanks, bro. No worries, man. Bench 1, Van der Ven, Tarkovsky, Gakpo, and Jai. I would bench Van der Ven, absolutely. Triple captain on Mbeumo, not now. Just sat back down. I've decided to read all of your comments out now, Orange Apple, so brace yourself, bro. Any chance Raya will score a goal? There is a chance, but it's a very, 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 very slim chance. I don't think that will happen. Looking at long term, who would you pick, Senesi or Achipong? Senesi. Sarr or Semenyo? Ooh. Probably Sarr. Probably Sarr. That's really close, though. Bench 2. Van der Ven, Senesi, Caicedo, Otara, Krupi. I'd bench Krupi and Van der Ven. Ooh, Senesi as well, then. Probably Senesi and Van der Ven. I'll play Creepy and hope he starts, but I do... that's hard. Yeah, I'll go Van der Ven and Creepy there, bro. That's really difficult. When should we free hit? I'll do triple captain at 17. 12 looks like a great shout. 12, yeah, for the fixture swings that could be good, but I do think having your team sorted for then is probably the better move. Having your team set in place. Calvert-Lewin and Welbeck, definitely Welbeck. Anderson didn't play during Newcastle. What do you mean? You think Anderson's injured, you mean? He's in contention to start this week. Not owning Mateta is a bit out there, out of the world, mate. Yeah. I don't exactly have the money for Mateta, though, which is the reasoning there, dude. I understand what you mean, though. He's obviously the most popular transfer this week, isn't he? Pope, Van Heck, Gehi, Timber, Saka, Rice, Neto, Semenyo, Pedro, Haaland, Valdemade, 558p. Oh, 558 points. Nice, dude. I think it's a solid team, man. Weetabix or Shreddies? Ooh, Shreddies. I like Shreddies. Like the frosted shreddy things. They're nice. Search for FPL mugs and nothing came up. For what? What you search me on? I don't get what you mean. You're going to get so much aura if DCL scores today. I mean, he hasn't scored in the past 2 good fixtures, so I'm a bit not as optimistic as I was the past 2 weeks. Hello from, I think that says F. I've just missed that, but hello, how we doing, man? Thanks for dropping in the stream. If you are on TikTok, make sure you double tap on the screen as well. Do you think I searched FPL mugs and nothing came up on Twitter? Huh? It is on Twitter. I am on Twitter. At FPL mugs, no space. Reinders or Anderson? I'd go Anderson. Did you get banned on X? I didn't get banned on X. No, I can see my thing here. Imagine... Oh, I just missed that comment, sorry. Do you think Szoboszlai will come out with a return in this game? Yes. I think Szoboszlai is a decent option going forward. It's very interesting, of course, but yeah, I do think he's not a bad option. FPL Punk, how we doing, bro? Hope you're well. I'm doing great. Team is looking solid. Last decision is the who to start between Elliot Anderson and DCL for me. Ooh. I think Anderson is probably a more consistent pick there for probably defensive contributions for you. DCL is very much a punt. I don't think he's performed as well as I thought he would within the past 2 good fixtures. So, yeah. I'd probably go Anderson personally. Happened to me yesterday, Connor. You have to try it a couple times. The Twitter thing, yeah. Bench Reinders or Semenyo? Bench Reinders. I'll play Semenyo this week. Vicario, Dubravka this game week. Definitely Vicario. Bench Reiner. I've just answered that one. Bowen or Xhaka? I'd go Bowen. I'll go Bowen. Why not? Why not? I think I've cooked in FPL this week. Let's see it, JP. What have you cooked up? What moves have you made, bro? Captain Gabriel or Haaland? Haaland, Saka or Haaland captain? Haaland. Reinders or Isidore this game week? Ooh, that's a good one. I'd go Isidore. Connor. That's from the short the other day, isn't it? Orange, I think you'd like it too. Yeah, it's a close-up of my bloody face. Yao Pedro or Kudus? This week I'll probably go Kudus. Captain Valdemade versus West Ham or Gabriel versus Burnley? Valdemade versus West Ham. Haaland, Valdemade, Haaland. Haaland's the best captain this game week, guys. In my opinion. I think he's fantastic. Paqueta or Reinders to start? Reinders this week. Neto or Kevin? Neto. Dead team. Cheers, Big CD. Captain Mbeumo, am I cooked? I don't like Mbeumo captaincy too much this week, but I think he will still do well. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know that's the thumbnail for the short. Yeah, I know. I know, bro. Captain Mateta or Eze, clean sheet potential. Clean sheet potential, not defenders. When are you rating teams again? That was last night, Fred. Sorry, mate. That was last night's stream. I did make that short a bit too late, so it's probably just coming up on people's feeds now. But I'll be doing a team rating stream next week as well. So look out for that. Damn, I miss it every time. Yeah, it's normally... I'll schedule it a one in for next week, so we'll be there for next week. I love that I have Mogs in my camera roll. Do you know what? It's crazy that someone who I don't personally know has a picture of me in their camera roll across the world. Perfect. Cheers, mate. No worries, Fred. Appreciate you coming by, man. JP's put his team in. Nice. Raya, Gabriel, Munoz, Michele, Cucurella, Mbeumo, Caicedo, Xhaka, Semenyo, Gyökeres, Haaland, and Pedro bench. Oh, Gyökeres as well. Nice. Who are you captaining, JP, then? Who's your captain? Rodon or Nico Williams? Probably Rodon. Probably Rodon for me, buddy. Captain Wirtz? Hell yeah. Absolutely, Captain Wirtz. That's a great decision. Nah, he's not gonna. He might not even start. Raya, Pope, Donnarumma. Raya this week. Why are you laughing? I don't think Wirtz will start. That's why I'm laughing. I had Wirtz a few weeks ago, and I tell you, it wasn't a great idea. Across the world, just an island, nothing too special, mate. Way, it's a good bit of way. You choose my captain, I'm putting my faith in you. No, you can choose your own captain. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. FPL is your game to play. You're famous, Mogs. Get used to it. I'm not famous. I am not famous. How many points you on now? 521. No, you choose. No, JP. I'm not choosing your captain. No. I'm not doing that. Chalobah or Alderete? Alderete I'd pick. Reece James, triple captain. Trust, lads. Jesus. Should I swap Enzo for Dan Burn or Cunha for Enzo? I play Cunha and Dan Burn this week. Good bit away, lol. It is. It's not exactly around the corner, is it? 20-minute flight, by the way. 20 minutes? Not 20 minutes. It's like half an hour. Apparently, Orange Apple says he's going to choose your captain on YouTube chat, JP. Be careful because he will pick the worst one. Van de Ven or Nico Williams? Ooh, Van de Ven, probably. Should I captain Haaland? Probably George, yes. Is Welbeck nailed? I would say so. He's played a lot of minutes in the past few game weeks. Of course, done pretty well as well. Who should I put on my bench? Donnarumma or Pope? I have to bet if I have bench boost. If you have bench boost, it doesn't matter. Thanks, bro. No worries. Captain Carl Dalwo, trust. Connor says he'll pick your captain as well, JP. How many goals is Haaland getting? I don't know. If I guess, I'd say at least one. I think he's definitely scoring. Brighton keeping a clean sheet. They play a back five now. They've played a back five for ages. That's been their thing, man. I think, to be honest, I haven't watched Brighton as much this season as other teams. Liverpool are losing. I don't think so, George. I think they'll actually come out looking a lot better this week. They've got to look better this week, Liverpool. If they don't, they're in trouble next week against City, and I'll probably captain Erling Haaland against Liverpool. I was going to captain Enzo next week, though. 2019 7-0. I mean, I don't think that relates to modern day. I'll be real with you. If it is 7-0 to Aston Villa, we're probably all going to look to bring in Aston Villa players, I'll be honest. Is Captain Gabriel too risky? It is risky, yes. Should I put King in my team for Cucurella or Caicedo, Xhaka, etc.? No. King against Wolves. King against Wolves could do a bit better than Xhaka against Everton. Potentially there, JP. I'd consider it, but I don't mind your team as is, bro. Triple captain Haaland versus Liverpool. Yeah, if Aston Villa beat Liverpool 7-0 again, I will most likely consider triple captain Haaland next week. Calvert-Lewin, just take Thiago. Maybe next week. Or the week after, actually. Is Captain Valdemar good or risky? It's pretty good, yeah. Sells the Layman's for -4. Not for -4. I don't like -4s for keepers. I don't like -4s for keepers. Van der Ven or Senesi? This week, you probably go Van der Ven. Welbeck will score. I think he'll do well in the fixture, yeah. Thiago is the second most consistent and cheap. Second most consistent for what, sorry? Like returns, you mean? Donnarumma, Gabriel, Timber, Gehi, Saka, Semenyo, Kudus, Minte, João Pedro, Valdemar, Haaland, captain. Josh is absolutely cooking this week. Let's go, dude. Goals. Yeah, he's been decent recently, hasn't he, Thiago? Mogs, have you ever grown your own cherry tomatoes? Yeah, I think so. Well, my mum has, yeah. King in for Xhaka is done. Haaland captains. Nice, Chippy. Your FPL team is the most boring I have ever seen. Thanks, George. Pedro, Isidore. Triple Arsenal defence is brave. It is, but it's worked so far, Riley, in the past 2 weeks. We'll keep them for a good fixture this week, of course. Should I captain Salah or Haaland? Haaland. Start Bowen or Sarr? Joe Gomez and Konate. Imagine I'd pay to see them with no Van Dijk, even though he's a fraud. Just blinked. That's fire, Orange Apple. Let's go, dude. Sorry, I meant Saka or Haaland. Kudus or Sarr by -4. Yeah, I'd get Sarr this week. Yeah. Should I move to a back 3 and have 3 up top? Who you picking though? Roofs or Pope, says Dan. I'd go Robin Roofs this week. Do you think King will start? I do think he'll start this week. It is obviously a risk there. You could just play Xhaka and take the risk out of it, JP. You could do that, but I would consider him against Wolves. Bruno or Saka for this week? Saka. Taking out Kirkes and putting in João Pedro in a front 3 with Haaland and Isidore. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Just breathed, by the way. Low-key same, I think. I think I just did as well. Why not Captain Gabriel? It just seems a bit pointless. I mean, I understand the clean sheet potential's there. There's a potential for attack and return, but defensive contributions don't seem likely. I think Haaland has a much higher ceiling for captaincy, so I'm going Haaland this week. I understand the captaincy pick on Gabriel, though, but not for me. Is captaining Mateta and starting Virgil van Dijk or Van de Ven crazy? It depends on your team, but captain Mateta doesn't seem like a bad shout. Start Keen Drisby Hall or Semenyo. 1-0 Arsenal, goal from corner, says George. Nice prediction, man. That's a bold prediction as well, just the 1 goal. Brought in Rice, underrated. Captaining Valdemar, says Wolfie. Nice, dude. Kudus to Sarr for a -4. Yeah, I would consider that. If you're having an asthma attack, breathe air. I think it's a bit more complicated than that. Spurs Chelsea prediction 1-1. Is Van Dijk a good pick this week? I'd probably hold off on Van Dijk for now. It is a home fixture though. Is Welbeck a good pick? Yeah. Low-key lied to putting Satsumas in the bin. Game's gone. Game's absolutely gone. Should I start Raya over Layman's? Yes. Wrinkly and saggy. What? Why do you still have Salah? I think he'll come good from game week 12 onwards, and he's got an incredible fixture run from that point, so that's why. Do you think triple captaining Mateta is a good option? No, not this week. Hey Connor, make sure your grammar's ready for your grammar test on Monday. Should I start Lukic over Salah? No. Liverpool Villa prediction. I'm gonna go 3-1 Liverpool. 3-1. Semenyo or McGinn? Semenyo. Absolutely Semenyo. 22 seconds till the deadline. We're going to quickly refresh the page here. Make sure my team is saved for the game week. I didn't realise it was so close. Bloody hell. Right. When Arsenal win the league, will you be upset? Why would I be upset? I mean, yeah, I'll be upset because Sunderland haven't won the league. There you go. No, I wouldn't be upset, no. Game's never been so back. We are absolutely back. Nah, he read it. Bro. Wait, Bogues, quick question. Quick. Go. Quick question. My ender injured. He doesn't really play too much recently. He's just been off the bench. This almost makes up for them removing Boxing Day games. Should I put the Satsuma skin in the bin? No. Keep it on your desk. Thoughts on wildcard? Petrovic, Gehi, Mukele, Gabriel, Byrne, and Mbuemo, Minte, Saka, Bruno, Haaland, Mateta. That's a good wildcard. I like that. Also like the fact you've gone Petrovic on wildcard. I think that's quite smart. Done. Nice, dude. Mateta or Valdemade this week? Probably Mateta. Most likely Jean-Philippe. How many points do you think you're getting? I don't know. 6, 12, 18. We'll say over 52. I reckon I'll get more than 52 this week. We'll say that. Cheers for the Rose Tanks. Captain and Gabriel this week. What are your thoughts? I understand the reasoning behind the Gabriel captaincy, but I don't like it that much compared to Erling Haaland. Why Calvert-Lewin? I've had him for the past 2 good fixtures and he's not done very well. So we went for him on Game Week 8 wildcard with the triple leads. But yeah, Rodon's probably been the best Leeds asset I've owned so far. Well, definitely, actually, yeah. Where do you watch your games? On the TV. That's all I'm saying. 50 quid on Moogs to get under 52.5 points. 50 quid's tempting, but we're not going to bet. Haaland has only scored 1 and assisted 1 against Bournemouth. Terrible captain. I don't think he's a terrible captain. I think he's the best captain. Bottom 3 this year? Who's bottom 3, sorry? Who do you think what do you think of Saka cap? Yeah, I don't think it's bad. Should I captain Phil Jones? Yes. Use. No, Sunderland won't get relegated this season, I don't think. I don't think Leeds will get relegated either. Do you think United Strand is cutting his hair soon? I hope so. And I really hope that United actually reach out to him if they get the 5 wins in a row and let the players cut the hair. I mean, who's your opinion on the bottom 3? I see. West Ham, Wolves, Burnley. That's so far, though. I think it could develop, of course, as we go through the season. Recent form, a large contributing factor. Mogs, do you think you will get relegated? Who do you think will get relegated? What 3? I've just answered that, Connor, but we'll say it again. West Ham, Wolves, and Burnley. Right, got a dash, lad. Cheers for the stream. Have a great weekend. You too, Orange Apple. I hope that Satsuma is in the bin. Rule number 1, always captain Haaland. That is not a rule. I captained Salah last week, and he was better than Erling Haaland. So that rule is completely void. Wolves going down for me, yeah. Salah will fumble again. He didn't fumble last week. Haaland did, though. We hope Haaland's back. See you, Orange, cracking stream today. Thank you, Connor. Appreciate it. Are you in the league? I am. If you go to the YouTube live stream with the link in the bio, there's a link in the YouTube description to automatically join the league. But of course, the deadline has just passed, so you might not be able to join it right now. Appreciate the heart me, by the way, J Cool, legend. Should I bench Semenyo? The deadline's already passed, dude. It's already gone. Watkins hat trick incoming. maybe. He did have a knock though, Watkins, didn't he? I think he'll start though, isn't it? No, it's Buendia. Sorry, Buendia's injured. That's who I'm thinking of. Right, folks, I think we'll end stream there, guys. I'm going to get some food. Isidore Brace, I hope so. But yes, enjoyed the stream very much today. If you do want to support from TikTok to YouTube, go over to the YouTube live stream. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've just hit 1,000 subs on YouTube. So yeah, it's been fantastic lately. Welbeck Brace today. We hope so if you've brought him in, guys. But yes, we'll end the stream there, guys. Thank you so much, everyone on TikTok. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, all of that good stuff. I'll see you through the game week. See you later on TikTok. And, of course, a bit of a special outro for YouTube. Really appreciate the stream today, everyone. It's been fantastic. I'll see you through the week with regular videos. Top tier banters, as always. Yes, Connor, lad. But yes, I'll see you. See you next week. Enjoy your game week, Connor, and everyone else. Catch you later, guys.